Dear children, Academy Pallikaranai, Class 6 Science, Chemistry, Chapter 3, Fibre to Fabric. This is part 1 video. What are the topics to be covered in this chapter is fiber, natural and man-made fibers, plant fibers, cotton and jute, spinning cotton yarn and yarn to fabric, weaving and knitting, and history of clothing material. We wear clothes mainly to protect our bodies against the weather, strong sunlight, extreme cold or heat, and rain. So clothes also protect us from insects. At the same time, we wear clothes to make ourselves good. So most cloth is made from fibers. A fiber is a material which is available in the form of thin and continuous strand is called a fiber. So the thin strands of thread that we see are made up of still thinner strands called fibers. So the cloth produced by weaving or knitting textile fiber is called fabric. Fabric is nothing but the cloths what we wear. There are two kinds of fibers, natural and synthetic or man-made. Natural fibers are obtained either from plants, example cotton and jute, or from animals, example wool and silk. Synthetic fibers are made from other materials, mainly petroleum. So fibers, the fabrics are made up of yarns and the yarns are further made up of fibers. So you can see, you can take a small thread, okay, then there we can see we can split the yarn into thin strands. So these thin strands of thread what we'll see are made up of even still thinner strands called fibers. So types of fibers, natural and synthetic fibers. Natural fibers is further classified into plant and animal fibers. So plant fibers, cotton, jute, hemp, and animal fibers, wool. 7 you will study in detail about wool and silk. Types of fibers, natural fibers. The fibers which are obtained from plants and animals are called natural fibers. Man-made fibers, the fibers that are synthesized in laboratory and after the chemical treatment, that we call it as man-made fibers or synthetic fibers. Example, nylon, acrylic, polyester, terylene, cotton polyester, etc. Types of fibers. The fibers which are obtained from plants and animals are called natural fibers. Example, cotton, wool, jute and silk. So you can see the pictures of cotton, wool, silk and jute. Next is man-made or synthetic fibers. The fibers that are synthesized in laboratory are called man-made fibers. Example, nylon, polyester, fur, etc. When you can see the differences between the natural and the synthetic fibers, natural fibers are fibers that are found in nature. Example, wool, silk, etc. Synthetic fibers are man-made or simply prepared in lab after the chemical treatment. Example, nylon, polyester, Teflon, etc. Natural fibers are good absorbents and so they can able to absorb heat, temperature, cold, sweat, etc. But synthetic fibers at the same time they don't have such pores as they are made up of chemical and do not act as a good absorbance. Natural fibers, no spinning process is required for filament production. But in synthetic fibers, melting, wet or dry spinning process are used for filament production. Natural fibers are comfortable. Synthetic fibers are not as comfortable when compared to natural fibers. Natural fibers, their length is naturally obtained and it's not possible to change a fiber structure. But here in synthetic fibers, it can be controlled by man and the fibers can easily be changed into different structures. Next we are going to see cotton. This is the cotton plant. You can see this is the cotton bolls we'll see. It's not balls, it's bolls, B-O-L-L-S. So cotton is a soft fiber that grows around the seeds of the cotton plant. It is harvested by picking the cotton from the boll. This can be done by hand or by a machine. You can see cotton where all we can use wicks for oil lamps. Cotton wool is also used for filling mattress, quilts or pillows. So the process of removing the cotton bolls, it's called ginning. So where we will get cotton wool, cotton plants are grown in fields, usually at places having a warm climate and black soil. Some cotton producing Indian states are Punjab, Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, Karnataka, Maharashtra, etc. So cotton plants bear fruits the size of a lemon called cotton bolls, like this, which burst open upon maturing. The seeds wrapped up in cotton fiber become visible. Cotton is generally picked by hand from these balls. So this is the process of making cotton from field to fabric. So the process of making cotton transforms the raw fibers into threads, yarn and the fabric in 3 steps: preparation, spinning and weaving. So this can be done by hand or by machine. So fibers are then separated from the seeds by combing. The process is called ginning. So the fibers are then spun into yarn by drawing out and twisting the fibers together. This process is called spinning. Then the yarn is then used to make cloth, that we call it as weave. 2 sets of yarns. So once from the plant the seeds mature, it will come out and the cotton will be packed by hand and then it is taken into industry. Okay, with the use of this spinning cotton yarn, taking the cotton wool in one hand, okay, pin some cotton between the thumb and the forefinger and gently with the hand making yarn from the fibers. This is called spinning, and spinning can be done in hand or by in industry. Spinning machines are also available. And next, a simple device for spinning in hand, that we call it as hand spindle, called takli. Another hand operated device for spinning is charka. Takli and charka. So the ginning of cotton can be defined as the process of separating the cotton fibers from seeds, that is traditionally done by the ginning machines like this. Or in cotton industries, double roller cotton ginning machines are also using. This is the combing process to remove the fibers, and after this only spinning process will take place. So the next is, once we get the yarn, we have to change into fabric. So in this, weaving and knitting process will take place. So the process of arranging 2 sets of yarns together to make a fabric is called weaving. Just we have to do this. This is activities there in the book. Weaving process. We have to take 2 different color papers and then we have to weave like this. So weaving involves making fabric by arranging 2 sets of yarns. If it is taking place in a machine, then we call it as, this is one is hand loom. So this is the weaving. So next is knitting. Knitting is the process by which in weaving 2 sets of yarns we will use, but in knitting only 1 strand of yarn is used to make a fabric. So socks, sweaters, mufflers and lot of other winter clothes are made by knitting fabrics. Knitting can be done by hand as well as machines. So like this, they are just knitting the sweater. So knitting is a method by which thread or yarn may be turned into cloth or other fine crafts. So knitting consists of consecutive loops called stitches. So only 1 yarn will be used. As each row progresses, a new loop is pulled through an existing loop. So knitting can be done by hand or by machine. So there are various hand stitches also we can use with this knitting process. In the next part we will study about the jute fiber. Thank you.